It says we're going live. And, oh, okay, we're live, I guess. Okay. This is cool. So I'll share this around, and what says I'm live. I don't know what else we want.
Got it.
We're live? Nice. Okay. Okay, let's chill out. Okay, here it is. I will now share you. When you guys start pouring in, this is going to be incredible. You guys start pouring in. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, we got somebody. Let me tell you guys a story of why this took forever. Jesus. You guys are going to be surprised. You know what? I kind of prefer this though. As much as it would have been cool to use the big old popular streaming service, I think I like this a bit more. Guys. Oh crap, I kicked my desk. That's not healthy. So I'm going to tell you guys what happened and why this took forever, because it was supposed to happen at 8, and we are now going on an hour later, an hour and 8 minutes later. So I got this crazy cool program called OBS, which is what like the big YouTubers use, and you can like make your screen bigger or smaller. And sadly, that has not worked the way we intended it to. Some angry faces were shared, some angry words. Yeah, I'm not happy with how this turned out, but I'm happy we are able to live stream with a computer. That's good. So I just want to say sorry for this giant mess, but at least we're here and we're able to talk about this series that I'm proud of and you guys are fans of. So I'm just glad we can do this. You might be wondering what I'm doing. I am just sharing my live stream to the Aminos and Discords I'm in. You guys should download Amino. It's a really cool app, which most of you guys are actually from, I think. Gotta keep talking so you guys get bored. So you guys are gonna start asking, I'm pretty sure, when does the stream start? And that answer is after everyone files in and we wait until let's see here. Originally our plans were to start at 8:10 and that's not happening now. So here we are. So originally, I planned on showing the video on the same screen that I'm streaming from, but you may be wondering, Drew, if you cannot do the screen share, how are you going to show us the videos? Well, I got a tablet here. We're doing this old school. I'm gonna watch the video on the tablet, and then when I pause an area, I'll show you what I paused on, and then I'll explain the history behind. Wait, Drew, why did you pause at that specific time? And then I'll explain to you why I paused at that specific time. Because that's why I paused on it, because it's specific. No, I actually thought this would be a lot more uncomfortable, but I'm vibing. Wait until we get started. It's gonna be a mess. A mess, but a fun one. A fun mess, the best kind, except for when they're not. Yikes! Oh no. Okay, we're good. Just vibing. How about you? So yeah. We're still going. We're doing our thing. We're vibing. We vibbing. We doing the vid. Yeah, baby. I can't fall asleep when I start doing that. So where am I sharing now? I'm sharing on Discord, which is just a bunch of chat rooms that somehow are able to coexist together, even though that should not even work. Okay, we're okay. It's time to get to the places where I want this to be. Actually, now that I know that I can live stream off this, I might do some stuff where I just sit the computer down next to me and I just chill. Yep, just kind of have to explain. Here's the live stream. There it is. You know, I could have probably did a much better thumbnail, but improvise. That's what the channel is built off of, improvising. I'm so happy I get to share this stuff with you guys. No whistling. Cannot do the whistling. Okay, everyone's starting to file in now. So, okay, so it's almost 9:15. After I finish sharing it around, we'll wait till 9:20, and then we'll start getting 9:15. And when it's 9:15, I'll start doing the stuff. Because when we start doing the stuff, then you're gonna see the cool stuff. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. Help me. Okay, so let's see here. So far, we got one viewer. Don't matter. That's cool. I'm fine with that. I'm being really apologetic when I share this because I feel really guilty that it took this long and we made such a big mess out of it. Okay. So we're almost done sharing it, but people are starting to file in, so it's about time we begin to talk about the series and all that jazz. So I'm going to share it to two more places because that's where I post most of my videos. I'm a Redditor, fun fact. I'm a Redditor now. comedy. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking.
You want to comment?
I did?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, how's it going? It's going good. It's going good. Thank you for coming. It's great to see you here, Laura. I think you left, but hopefully you come back. I hope you do. It's lonely here in this basement. I'm just kidding. I don't live in the basement. Okay, we're almost done. One more share, and then we can start getting into the fun stuff. Okay, glad to see you're here. Uh, uh, so yeah, it's been good for me. So how are you doing? Okay. Okay, yeah, right. I gotta talk because if I don't talk, then nobody notices. So, that's nice. Nice. Peachy. Uh-huh. So yeah, once I finish out to this one last Reddit, we can start going into it, which I'm very excited to do because it's my it's a series that I managed to actually finish, which I am very happy to say. I'm starting to repeat myself. Stop it, Drew. And we're almost there. Oh yeah, Kong's just vibing with Mothra. He was being a real idiot earlier, so he has to hold her. It's kind of like it's like he's holding her down, but he's holding her up. So I don't know. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, we're all nice and posted, and now we can start the binging of the series. Let's do this. Can't wait to answer your guys' questions about Godzilla and Kong. Can't wait to do that. That is going to be a blast. So, and if you're unaware what we're doing, I have a nice little schedule here we made so I don't get too far off, where we're basically going to watch the first 5 videos of the series. We're going to take a nice little break, answer your guys' questions, and watch the rest, talk about all the crazy facts and stuff that went on behind the scenes. And then we're going to finish it off with my thoughts on the series, like big O questions that are just about the entire series. And we're going to also talk about my predictions for Godzilla versus Kong because I love monsters. Who doesn't? They're awesome. And I'm going to explain what's next for the series, and then we'll end it. Okay, so let's begin with episode 1. Let's just get to the playlist, and we'll begin. But I got a fun little thing to tell you about the series as a whole. It actually wasn't planned. I did not plan on creating a Godzilla and King Kong funny buddy comedy. Yes, let's get some woohoo in the comments. Yeah, just copy and paste it. I'm sure we can make it look like there's a lot of people in here. Actually, I'll engage myself in the comment section. Woohoo! I think there we go. Boom! Yeah! Woohoo! Woohoo! Yay! So the series was actually not planned. Thank you, Sydney. Very appreciative. Very cool. So what was the series was originally going to be a much more serious kind of story. It was going to be human based, and it was going to be oh, it works. It works. Don't worry. Woohoo! Woohoo! It sounds cool. Don't worry about it. We all make mistakes here. Sometimes more than others. But the series was originally going to be about humans managing to kill Godzilla, and they realized, oh crap, now there's no king of the monsters. Now kaiju are invading the earth, and we're dead. So they're all like, oh, we should just make our own Godzilla. So he's a hodgepodge of different kaiju DNA, and they make their own king of the monsters, and they use him to fight the other kaiju, establish him. I had a few plans like introducing King Ghidorah, Kong, and all that stuff, but You see, it was because I was on a time limit and I didn't have enough time to really get that idea done, and that I didn't know how to make a monster seem giant. I kind of got that down now, but not really. I mean, I kind of understand how to make a monster feel big. The key is that you just animate the head and then everything follows afterwards. That's how you make scale. Or in my case, too many frames for this big boy. Can't see him. Let me fix that. It's fine. So anyway, yeah, that was the original plan for the series. Just a comedy, just a very serious film series about humanity makes their own Godzilla. What? Yes, scale. What does it mean to make your own living weapon? Is it like ethical? And also, it was an allegory for nukes because we were like, oh, we made these super powerful weapons. Let's just make even more powerful ones. Yeah, that's good for the world. But yeah, so that was the original plan for the series, and let's watch the first episode. This is gonna be fun. Let me make sure. Uh, yeah. What? Oh, the camera. Okay. So let's start that over. So let's begin this. So this is Godzilla, and that clay was just stuff I brought. I don't even know why I brought it. So here we go. I'm funny. I forgot that was in there. Don't worry, I'm not the first. Um. Okay, so one thing I was very proud of in the first episode was definitely the animation. I enjoyed it, but I feel like what I managed to do now is that I managed to get that good scale of like, okay, I know how long to pause. Like, after I realized the FPS that I'm comfortable with, I realized a lot of how I should keep the characters like mouth open to get the roars down. And that end, the writing is pretty good. I'm kind of happy I didn't just do what I thought would be funny and just a giant fight scene. As you can tell, I'm not. This is come on backwards. Here we go. Something I think this series has more than my other videos that I kind of wish I kept going was fluidity, where the characters always kind of were moving. Like Godzilla always was moving, Kong was always moving, and it had energy to it that I kind of feel like I didn't really keep going throughout the series. Now, the problem was, do I think that was for the better or for the worst? I think it was, I realized it doesn't really work for kaiju. Like, if this was a series about two random guys like Joe and Jack, that's a reference that you guys might get. But not really. I don't know. I don't know what you guys watch. But it was originally going to be, I thought, these guys move a lot, and I thought it was funny, and I think it was good, but I just kind of wish I kind of kept that going, but I feel like I got a much better like feel for how these characters move now, especially like how they move differently. Like you'll actually see that evolve throughout the series. Oh, I forgot about that callback. And that, my friends, and that was the very first episode of Kaiju Roommates. It holds up a lot better than I thought it was, except for the lore. I was not happy with the lore I established. Yes, Kong was very just like smash. But the whole Smash thing, I felt I just kind of ham-fisted that in. I didn't really know how to like really end the series, And that episode, I'm just like, oh crap, I can't animate a fight scene like this. What do I do? Smash Brothers. Hulk would be proud. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Also, I think they use the same roar for Hulk and Kong. I'm not kidding. I have listened to that roar every time I edit. I'm like, is that the same roar? I think it is. If I could, I would literally just play the isolated sample, but I cannot because I don't know how to screen share. But yeah, that was the first episode. I think it's great. One of the best, in my opinion. So let's move on to the second one, the horror film. Same kind of energy of the animation kept up. Yeah, thank you. That's really cool. Yeah, this was something I kind of had a. This was something I kind of rushed out, but not really, because I noticed that Halloween's coming up, and I never do a seasonal special. When I do, it's like a week or two late because animation takes a long time. So I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go animate something. So I made this film all like, oh, ho, ho, we know Godzilla and Kong is these wacky monsters, but the original Godzilla was dark, and you're gonna see why. Also, his tail. Also, fun fact about that tail: Godzilla's tail was actually disconnected. It was stuck on a little ball of clay, and I moved it closer. That's how I got that tail. And I chose to do the bone cracking sound effect because I thought it would make the scene a little bit more tense. I guess I don't know. It kind of worked. Oh no! Oh, thanks. That means a lot, man. Or Garo, I don't know what you mean. Okay, okay. After this, I got something big to reveal. Goro, lol. Okay, thank you. Okay, so that fun fact, this was actually the first episode that I used the clay eyes, where I just took some white clay, squished it down, plastered it on the character's face, little black pupils, and I could animate them. That and I honestly watched the original scene. I'm like, oh yeah, this was like really dark, where like a little girl and two little kids and their mom die as Godzilla just smashes them. Yeah. And I just like I had no idea what they were saying. I just like made a really like abridged version of like, "Don't worry, kitties, mom, ma, don't worry, kids, we're gonna join daddy." And I remember that being the part. And yeah, and also I this was the beginning of the ever so infamous meme frames, where I would intentionally put meme like frames that were meant to be memed, and I would always do that because, as you can see on this, it has me uploading on Halloween because I was like a day late, and I was upset with myself for that. That got dark. Yes, it did. Original Godzilla was terrifying. Not gonna lie. And it ends on a dark little ending of Konga like, "Dang Godzilla, you messed up." Oh yeah, don't want to get copyrighted. And that, and why did I choose the Blob? What does the Blob have that he gets to stand toe to toe with these monsters? I just like the theme song. It's one of my all-time favorite songs. I'm not kidding. It's amazing. Seriously, if you have the free time, go listen to that because I love that song. That and also the 1958 Blob is one of my favorite movies. Was it 58 or 55? I don't know. I know it came out like after 30 years. And this is Guy Against Change of Heart, episode 3. Oh yeah, that. So something a lot of people might have wondered when I upload this video, and also I got a comment all like, "Why did you make Gigan balk like a chicken? It's so annoying, and I understand why." But I thought it would be funny, because Gigan is the weirdest looking. Here it is. would be the perfect monster to fight a giant lizard. Look at this thing. Like, this is not even what the original guy looked like. This is like the redesign from Godzilla Final Wars. Fantastic film, do not judge me. Ow. Uh, but like, it's the weirdest abomination of just ideas. Buzzsaw, stomach area, laser head, chicken, alien velociraptor. It's the weirdest combination. So I thought, just make them balk like. So yeah, nice little funny. Oh my goodness, that is relatable. That and there was a glitch in this video I noticed where it would cut to got like Captain America standing there like, bruh, and then it would just like that was a weird thing that my editing software used to do on my old computer, where when I would put two clips together, it would just go like in between it, and I have no idea why. It was so weird, and it has not done that since I started editing on this computer, and I always just want to know why it did that. But it's in the past, and I would love that little joke, the Monster Cinematic Universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Copyright, you avoid that, kids. Trust me. It's everywhere. Jojo on your left. Agreed. Godzilla's just like, yeah, come on. And then Mothra with the AK. Well, actually, if you think about Mothra herself as the AK, because I think she does. Maybe. I don't know. But in this universe, she shoots moth bullets. Hey, she didn't fall. Nice. But anyway, I liked it because of the memes. And also, I got into it because I was like, oh, I like JoJo. It's this weird anime. It's super surreal. Ah, my boy, NCR boy. What's up? Oh, no. Liquids. Crap, no. Ah, yes. Ah, a man of culture. This was the beginning of the ever so infamous. I didn't know how to make my thumbnails smaller because I got a new camera. It was a webcam camera, which is great. But I had trouble realizing how to shrink it down so I can make thumbnails. So after, I think, no, we're fine. But I think after this, I just kind of used frames from the animation for like the next one because I went through that weird thing where I had no idea what to do. And there was massive gaps in between these episodes too. So this was back before I was like, I need to be on a schedule. So massive gaps, and JoJo fans may have noticed a new running gag came in, and I'm happy that this happened. Fun fact: the Muda, or is it Damu Damu? I used to think it was Damu Damu. Not gonna lie, but basically, I had a 4-second clip of that, which is why you just hear like the same four words being repeated over and over and over again, and it was not subtle. You could tell every time. But also in this episode, Gigan and he leaves, and I was not able to do that. Thank you for coming, Aloragon. It was a pleasure to have you, and thank you for keeping the chat alive. I'll see you the next time I post a way. You might have wondered. Okay, internet connection. We're good. We're good. Okay, yeah, we're good. So basically, why did Godzilla kill Gigan in such a fantastic way? Well, I'll tell you. It is because Gigan littered. Oh, favorite stand. Oh, I love JoJo stands. I'll answer that when we get to the halfway point. Because Godzilla killed Gigan because he littered. That's the joke. Because he pecks the universe. Okay, gee, I changed my ways. I'm a good Yeah, I know, it's kind of hard to see. My bad. And so, actually, the the whole joke of the video, there was even another video I planned for Godzilla versus Kong where I was like, oh, these videos get a lot of views. So I was planning on having a Godzilla versus Kong video where it turns out Godzilla's attacking humanity because one guy littered, and that's why he's attacking humanity. That was supposed to be the joke. And I kind of wanted to do that, but you know. And that clip is from Godzilla Final Wars. And that's it. And I had no idea what to do for the next 20 seconds. Yeah, litter bugs. You know, Godzilla protects humanity. And I missed back when this was kind of a thing, back when quarantine first started, because that's when I made this animation. Kaiju Roomates Quarantine, one of my favorite episodes. One of my best favorite scenes, in my opinion. Just the way he like looks down and looks to the left totally. Yeah, that's good. Happy with how that turned out. And that actually introduced a common design element that I actually managed to somewhat keep throughout the series, and I wanted to keep that. The Predator helmet. Because I noticed I'm never going to be able to perfectly recreate this every time. So I came up with the perfect way to always make you say, that is the Kaiju roommate's apartment. It's an apartment. It's the Predator helmet on the coffee table. Where did they get it? Kong might have killed a predator. Just saying. Guy lives in the jungle. Predators are in jungles. That's how it works. 6 feet apart. That was the meme. And that little cane that Godzilla has, that used to be an antenna. It broke off, and I just use it as a cane now. It's great as that. Godzilla rips off his own tail because it's 6 feet apart, I guess. I don't know. And that is episode 4. One more, and we're there. We're at episode 5. And then Q&A time. So overall, simple. Not every episode has to be a giant fight. And I hate how that kind of turned into it for a few episodes. But now I'm happy that we just have it just being funny character interactions. And I wanted to keep that going, which actually was the first giant fight scene. And it introduced some really cool camera moves I like. Here it is. The introduction of Kaimard, a very fun recurring location. By that I mean it only occurred 2 times. It's a parody of Walmart. I'm clever. A really take on the Alien versus Predator, one of my favorite crossovers. No government gonna control my boy. I hate how this is people with masks, with like masks. Like there's that group of people like, don't wear a mask, the government's gonna control you. This is also a parody of anti-vaxxers. Yeah, that's right. The alien queen's a Karen fighting me. Oh god. And her son just wants to die. I know how millennials think. Oh, and also, you guys might be wondering where that song came from. Okay, just making sure that we're doing good. Yeah, okay, connection's good. So basically, that song, if you guys are a big fan of like weird facts, watch Fact Theme. It's Johnny Kevin McLeod or whatever. Just if you guys want good royalty-free music, use that. So let's keep going. Doom music, because I love the Doom soundtrack. Who doesn't? And this introduced Godzilla and Kong's personalities a lot more. Godzilla is the much more reserved guy. He's, I guess you could say, the definition Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. He's also this really introduced their kind of personalities when it comes to fighting. Kong is the very aggressive, let's just charge and beat the snot out of them, while Godzilla is the much more reserved, kind of like stoic warrior character. And I wanted that to be a thing that continues. Except we see cracking that facade in the season finale, which I can't wait to show you guys because that episode was a pain to animate. I hate deadlines. And my favorite joke in this episode: do we have to fight? No. And he hasn't been vaccinated. And that's the joke. And that is the beginning. Always says, "What a shame." Either it cuts to black and he's like, "What a shame," or he does something really cool and he just says, "What a shame," because he killed somebody. And I'm happy I got that. I got that joke from Pyrocynical. Not gonna lie, I just thought the clip was funny. And we continue on with the beginning of the season story because we see the alien buying the tools to fix Gigan. Gigan's dead. The alien is buying the tools to fix him. And you can see him buying the tools. You can definitely tell that improves kind of on the fighting scenes. But I think this is a good one because I like how Kong gets his hand bit and the alien swings around with like a little bit of flesh, like wiggles. And then we introduce Kong's special ability, which is a reference to the that's cool. Thanks. Yes. I tried to make it smooth because I learned what easing in and easing out was. So I was like, I can use that a lot more. So basically what happened is that Godzilla and Kong have special abilities. Godzilla, we already know he has radiation, like atomic breath. But I was like, what if I gave Kong his own little special power? So I gave him electricity. He can like summon down electricity and can like use it. And that's a reference to the OG Godzilla versus Kong film, where he just like gains electricity. And that's a technique that the Kong family uses. They can use electricity to like as like a weaponry, and I love that. Also, I use the Minecraft cave spider sounds effects for these guys. Another JoJo reference that's the crazy Zawaldo time stopple. And Alien's dead. Or is she? Also light switch sound effects for the eyes. By all the Karens. And you can see all the other characters like Motor Master and that giant mech robot that I got from the G.I. Joe. You also see Lego Batgirl, who's just there. It's just like a display thing for like universe pictures. But I made it into a robot because it looked like one. And now it's a thing that somewhat appears everywhere, but I have no idea what to call them. I'll call them tubes. Godzilla's Kong's covered, but Godzilla shows up. And this actually shows something that was actually originally that was changed. Godzilla's atomic breath charge up. If you watch throughout the series, it actually changes. I originally used these little sticky balls, four of them, as if they were like his atomic breath. But then I changed it to this pillow stuff because our dog just destroyed stuffed animals. And I'm like, I can use this stuffing for stuff like fire and lasers and fire and all. I already said fire and smoke and all that. So I began using that for Godzilla's atomic breath, and it actually evolves again in the season finale, which I think is really cool. Godzilla manages to take him out, but they're not down, showing that they do work better as a team. Fist bump. Boom. Something that they always kind of do now. One of my best shots, I think. Thanks. And also, I use some of the Transformers soundtrack because I love that soundtrack. It's all synth wavy and like beep boop 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 boop, beeps and boops and all that good jazz. And I love that soundtrack. Also, it's one of my favorite Transformers movies. But I love that soundtrack, and I actually started using it in these episodes. And they team up back to back, and then they go at it. Boom. I think this is a good fight scene. I like how they both like fight differently. Like Kong also. Um, sorry, I'm just like watching this. I'm having a good time. Oh, and also, Kong actually wasn't holding that bus. Actually, that bus wasn't nearly as big as it was in the video. I used something called forced perspective, where the bus was actually closer to the camera, so when it hits the alien, it looks like it's much bigger than it is. And boom, it looks like she just got smacked away by a giant bus. And I am so happy that it worked. I'm really happy. And Godzilla's taking down these guys. He's taking down these fools. Also, something else I tried to show in this episode was definitely that Godzilla is more of a tank. If you look at the way Kong, he's like constantly like jumping around, dodging, and Godzilla just takes two missiles, and he's just like, "That the best you got?" Crack knuckles, beat the snot out of that punk. And yeah, really wanted to show that okay, they have different personalities and they have different fighting styles. I want him to fight kind of like a martial artist, but you can't really have Godzilla fight like a martial artist, except he can. Original Godzilla was weird. There they go. They finished them. Okay, and that's the end of the episode. So, more time showing him like electrify and like take her down, but I didn't really get the chance to do that because I realized this is the because I realized this is like the perfect way for it to end. Just Godzilla and Kong done with their foes, and then there's like, "Sup, fam, sup, fist bump." So now that that's over with, it's time we get to the question. And luckily, I am going to divide this up. So let's go to the amino and answer some questions from there. This is great. I'm having a fun time. Are you guys? Well, you guys, well, you guy, you people, you person. So let's check out what's going down in the amino. Come on. Okay. Okay, so one thing, yeah, Zilla amino. So let's see here. I posted a picture of me. I posted a picture of the editing, and if you guys don't know what that looked like, here it is. It is a massive mess, and I'm just not gonna lie, it is quite the effort. So you can actually hear what's going on. So that was something I just saw. I'm like, yes, it is. So let's see what Joe commented, and don't worry. What's your favorite Friday night activity? Well, to be honest, it depends. If I'm busy, let's finish on a Friday, have a nice, relaxing afternoon. But I guess what I like the most about a Friday night is just playing video games, except just like sit down and vibe. So let's see. We have Chad Haddle asked, "How do you make an omelet?" Well, everyone has a different way of making an omelet. Me personally, I like my omelets with cheese, or if there's a chance, bacon. Bacon cheese omelets are my favorite omelets. You can't beat them. You can try to. I guess you're cool. I know you. Let's see. Who else we got here? What? Well, it still says I'm connected, so we're gonna keep going. We're not gonna. I will die when this live stream dies. And we finally have some dude who likes armadillicus, 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 armadillicus. I have a stroke here, but anyway, opinions on armadillicus. What do I say? It looks cool. I mean, it looks like an armadillo with an alligator face, which is the perfect combination. An impenetrable. Reminds me of that Primal movie. Yeah. I don't think anybody really asked. Reddit. Reddit. Nice. So here we go. So we're adding to Reddit right now, and we are going to look. No, I do not think anybody commented any questions on good old fashioned thing. Oh, but somebody did comment something really nice and asked, what figure is King Kong? And I will gladly answer that. King Kong is from a very small line. He's from a small line of King Kong here is from a small line of, you remember when the Peter Jackson movie was coming out? Yeah, there was the Peter Jackson King Kong movie, and there was a big old line of these toys. This guy is actually the mid-range. There was 3 different versions of this exact mold. Each one was more battle damaged than the last. You see him? But yeah, that was him. He falls over. He's good for stop motion. Only problem is that this arm, not the best for holding poses. Falls over easily. Jesus Christ. It's kind of moving. Oh no. So that's him. Now it is time to look at your good old-fashioned YouTube comments, which luckily I already remember one of. So let's go. So if I'm correct, so let's look at Sunrise's YouTube comments. Which if I'm correct, I think we actually have one in this very episode. Okay, here it is. I already looked through these, and this is the only one I can find. Somebody asked, how many FPS do you animate at? That is a very, and for me, I started out only animating at 5. I improved, and I was able to completely change it over to that is more as a measuring method, because 25 frames per second is good. 25 FPS is kind of what I animate. I use that to measure the seconds. So I'm like, okay, if I hold this shot for 50 frames, that's 2 seconds. So that should be about as long as Godzilla's roar. Questions I just get in general. So let's answer some of these questions. Let's take a sip of water because my mouth is dry. Okay. What made you come up with the series? It was an improv thing. I didn't really have a plan. I just thought, crap, I need to make a video. So I made a video and I realized, oh, hey, this could be a fun series to just keep going. The videos entailed lots of just sitting around, thinking of an idea, and then doing that idea. It was more of a, what kind of story can I tell with these very defined characters rather than how many videos can I make on them? What did I use for them? Godzilla and Kong were these 2 guys since I was like 5 or something. Yeah, I always had this guy. He's one of my oldest toys. Oh. So anyway, how did you get started with making videos? I had this camera when I was younger. It was like a Canon camera, like a little blue one. And I used to just move these little Lego figures around a little bit, take a picture, and then I realized if you play back the camera, like you just scroll through the pictures really fast, it looks like they're moving. And I thought that was really cool. And that's actually where Jack and Joe, the animated series, came from. Jack and Joe's next episode, I don't know, I feel like it. Mm-hmm. Why stop motion over other videos? I just kind of feel like, well, I just kind of cried, but my God, was that bad. I want to make a series about these guys. About this, Jack and Joe was obviously when I tried first. That was like a comic I made when I was younger. Really badly made. I think I still have the comics. I have to bring those up one day. But I also tried with a very series that I thought was funny. About a samurai and a ninja being roommates. Also, there was a character, and Random Raptor was a joke character me and my friend made up, where we're all like, well, if there's a, you can just get some toys and make them do whatever you want. And I love that. That, and also I watched a lot of YouTube videos of like, there's this awesome guy called Lee Hardcastle. Only watch if you have a strong stomach. He makes some really gory videos, but I love his stuff. Like, watch his Clay Cat videos, and you'll understand exactly what I mean. Just watch the Raid Clay Cat, and you'll know what it means. What is some advice that you have for people just starting out with making videos? They're not going to be good at first, trust me. But what you can do is take your time. Just sit down, relax, and just find what you think is your best style. Like, yeah, sure, you can just do like the whole I'm just going to try my best. And I think you should just go all out and just make your own first video. It's not going to be good, and then you refine it. You do something bad at first, and then you refine it over time. That's what I learned, and I think I did a great job with just becoming my own style. I came up with my own style, and I'm happy with my style. Just find your own style. Don't try to copy anyone. If you could film with any director, who would you film with and why? Well, Guillermo del Toro is one of my favorite directors of all these, who I think is better than most of the MCU. Hot take, don't hurt me. But I love Guillermo del Toro. He is one of my favorite directors. And also, I know it's not Godzilla enough for some people, but mentality of shoot from where you can shoot. Like, shoot from inside a building, shoot from behind some power lines, shoot from that. And I love it. I love that mentality. Favorite stop motion animator? Ray Harryhausen. Oh, God, my voice. Ray Harryhausen is my favorite. Who's Ray Harryhausen? I'd say he was the under Willis O'Brien, the guy who made the stop motion effects for the OG King Kong. This guy, OG. And I loved Ray Harryhausen's work. He made 10,000 Miles from Home, which is about this small little alien that turns giant. And The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, his most famous work, and that went on to inspire Godzilla. So I owe that man a lot of stuff. And finally, I honestly really, really like 2014 the most. I better Godzilla movie job of making the monsters feel big. I just really like 2014 a bit more. I like the human drama in that. I just don't get why everyone doesn't like it. But anyway, to answer your question, NCR boy, who is my favorite stand? Well, obviously, I have to go with. Okay, let's think here. I don't really like. I think Jotaro's is cool. I mean, Star Platinum is just a really strong guy. Eh. Uh, okay. I think I kind of like Josuke's the most. What's it called? Diamond Unbreakable? Yeah, that's it. Diamond Unbreakable. I think it's just the most creative out of the most of them. Because, like, he has these creative ways of solving problems where, like, he destroys his bike and he's, like, reform it on, like, the other side of somebody. Or he's all like, oh, I can't beat the crap out of you. You're just some poor, like, broken person. Let me fix you, and then I'll beat the snot out of you, which I love. That, and I think part 4 is my favorite part of JoJo. I mean, part 3 is definitely 2. I just like that road trip style. I like road trips. They're cool. But I think part 4 is my favorite. I just absolutely adore that. So yeah, that was all the questions for now, and now we're going to continue on. Yeah, that's his name. I thought it was like Diamond Unbreakable, but no, Crazy Diamond. Yeah. Also, I love the designs of the stands. I think part 3 was a good introduction, but I think part 4 really was just like How creative can we get this? We can have a guy with a weird cat demon destroy everything and then reassemble it, which I love. That's awesome. I love that. Oh, wait, I forgot something. Oh, wait, no, that's just the exact same thing. I thought I forgot it. Also, you get to see the reintroduction of the Son of Godzilla theme. Well, after I got a question for you guys. Son of Godzilla, was it? Ooh. Oh, Sticky Fingers. Which one is that? Is that the zipper guy? Does he go like the? Does he do zippers everywhere? Zzz. There are many ways out of the train, Josuke. Wait, no. Giorno boy. Giorno boy. Woo! God, JoJo is the weirdest, but yeah, there he is. Sticky fingers. Make me a zipper. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna go hide inside of somebody and then I'm gonna come out. God. Godzilla, Kong drinking coffee. Introduce. Oh god, I'm having a stroke. But the introduction of Anthony. Anthony is a character that was originally supposed to appear in the Kong's court case episode, but I cannot figure out a way to add him in. So sadly, Anthony has only appeared this once. He will appear in season 2, though. Do not worry. Anthony will get his due. Based one. But not really. Was that this guy, if you saw Godzilla King of the Monsters, there's this giant mammoth like monster that just looks like a sloth with like a mammoth's face. That guy was this is supposed to be him. This elephant was supposed to be the mammoth. You see, it's because he's old and he speaks in a British accent. You can tell because it's in italics. You know, kind of fancy, but not really. I'm so funny, guys. Please laugh. And of course, one of my favorite scenes where Godzilla burst out of the harbor. Up, up from the depths 30 meters high, breathing fire. Godzilla, exact same camera angle too. Just Godzilla burst out. We're only at like knee level, and there he is, Godzilla, breathing fire, 30 meters high, fighting monsters that kind of I don't know what they are. The Hanna-Barbera Godzilla was. Okay, so this was a shot I've always wanted to do where you just see the cannons slowly turn and then boom, boom, Godzilla's walking by, cannons, bombs are hitting him. I did not accomplish that shot. I am not afraid to admit I could not capture it. The cannons are supposed to move slow and big, like they're big weapons, and then they fire, and then it doesn't really convey scale because in this series they can grow and Godzilla's giant in the scene, which sadly, yeah, I was upset about that one. This guy was the pure result of limitations of resources. Yes, that is Captain America's head. Is this the same guy? Maybe. I don't know. He just appeared one day. I don't know where he went. But anyway, this was just supposed to be a normal dinosaur, and then Godzilla beats the dinosaur, and then spookily the body is dragged off screen only to reappear as Gigan. But I never got the chance to really show that. Because instead I just made this weird abomination called Captain Saurus. Or as I call him, Tim. That was his name offset. I literally called the thing Tim. And I love that. Anyway, yeah, that's the history of Tim. Okay. I have to ask you guys something. Was the meme funny? Because this is an old meme. That was back when everyone just used to say, you can never get into it because they would never understand. Like that was when this was long after that meme was even funny. Like the last time I saw that meme was like in YouTube poops from like 2003 or whatever. So was that a funny meme or did I just fail you guys? And I was calling. God, these sound effects are so loud. You think they're loud here? Try watching them on the TV when you're showing your mom what you did. God dang. The classic scream. And once again, almost getting there. We're almost getting there. It's pretty old to give me a chuckle, but that's it. Yeah, I realized, but I guess I kind. Yeah, oh God, yeah. But one thing I am very happy with in this series was that you can definitely see the apartment kind of come together. Like, okay, it was the desk was originally over here, but you slowly got to see it kind of morph into what you know, and then it was destroyed. Where I finally got what it should look like. But I guess you can't win them all, but you know, and also the whole reason I added this joke. I would show you guys the whole thing, but copyright. I don't want to get sued. More like I don't want to lose money on this live stream. So basically, what happened? Reason I chose this was because I just remember I was looking, I was just listening to some songs. No, there was this video meme of like two people jumping off a roof, and somebody used the exact same line from the other guys, and I was like, that is funny. And then I just was like, I'm not gonna get like sued. But anyway, and now there goes my nothing. And then he gets dragged off screen, hinting at the big old finale. And also, I made sure to put the channel thingy and the video on both sides of the head so you can see the entire screen. And the shortest video of the season was definitely Merry Kaiju Miss. Terrible, bad pun, I know. Please stick to the end for something special. This was my big thank you to all my subscribers, and I am so happy with how it turned out. But we're just going to be looking at the animation. This was when I used green screens because I realized So, note this house is not canon. They do not live in a nice little cottage in the middle of the woods. They live in an apartment building. That is canon. They live in an apartment building, not this little house. I could explain it in a nice little canon way. This is a vacation home. They do not live here. They live in an apartment building. The lore needs to stay intact. Yeah. I just really liked animating this one. And this is Mothra's first ever speaking role. Oh, it's going good, Godzilla lover. Glad you could join us, man. You missed out on some things, but don't worry. There's going to be a big old massive Q&A. Thank you. But that's what I just wanted to say with this episode. Thank you. Let's not get stuck on this. It was a thank you. Oh God, I'm getting stuck with it. It was fun. It was short, and most of it was just me sitting there repeating the same 5 words over and over again. Let's go. Let's go to the next one. Milk Run, which is my favorite episode of the season. And oh, thank you, Sydney. Okay, so you might be wondering why was Godzilla staring directly into the camera fight? That was a fun one. That was I just when I have fun, you guys have fun, and I'm so happy about that. But what needs to be noted about this is that Godzilla was actually kind of just explaining that. Godzilla would return home all depressed and sad that Kong is gone. And then he notices that mirror and he's like, I don't remember buying this thing. And that was going to basically be the hint that Godzilla's catching on to something big going on. He was a little bit suspicious of the camera, which is what this guy is spying on him on. And also, I voiced the alien. You might be wondering, what is this language? The truth is that it's just random gibberish that I kind of extended out. So yeah, do I cringe at this? No, I think I did good. Understandable. I know. Where basically you get to see it, and I'm so happy. Gigan and also Timmy, all that stuff that was just random episodes coming together to form the finale of a resurrected. I'm not going to spoil for it if you haven't seen it. Spoil it if you haven't seen it. I'm so happy that I was able to pull off something cool, and I'm just I'm happy with. I'm proud of myself for doing that. Where I'm all like, here's the breadcrumbs, here's what they led to, and I'm happy. Monkey God. And in this alien language I made up, I made the funny joke is that monkey god is actually jungle god. Like monkey just perfectly translates to jungle. Also, there's some autotune in there. Not like a voice crack where I was like, ah! I was like, oh, I can't have that. So I kind of like downed it a bit so it's not like as high pitch. And it worked. And it worked so good. I was like, that's terrifying how well it works. Oh, yes. That's one of my favorite shots right there, where like it opens up from like the inside of the fridge. I just love those shots. Those are cool. Thank you. And we get I'm gonna get the joke of okay. Sound effects. Sound effects is something I forgot to mention where I get my sound effects. Okay. Where do I get them? Is there like a website I go to? No. I download them from YouTube. There's an MP3 converter website I go to, and I just download all my sound effects from there. It's not the most professional, but it works. That's what I FBI. I don't want to go to jail yet. I don't want to go to cyber prison. But yeah, that is where I get my sound effects. I'm sorry. I don't mean to disappoint you, but indeed. Yeah, I just download them. I just download them from YouTube. Yeah. Also where I get some of the stock footage I use, like that DNA scanning thing. One of my favorite written lines. I'm actually kind of happy with how these characters interact in this episode because Mothra's like, "Oh, I hope they don't mind," and then Godzilla just in then Kong, who's the more aggressive of the two, is like, "I kind of do mind." Like after it's already done, like he's all like, "I can still contribute to the conversation." He's a dumb but lovable brute, and I love that made that personality. And and Kymart returns. And fun fact about that, I did not use my green screen that you guys knew I had. I did not use the green screen. What I did do is that this is Photoshop. This is just a single image, and what I did there, and I think it works fantastically because it makes it look like it's a building and not just a shoebox and some and some foam blocks that I made into a row. Because that's what this is. You can tell because it's vans. Dear Lord. In the end. Also, to the milks. Let's go get some more at Kmart, which is just Walmart, except with Kai in the name. And what happens when you go to the milk aisle and there's no milk? You gotta get your calcium, so you murder a man in cold blood. Good Lord. Once again, that random person who gets sadly neck snapped was me. That was me. Oh boy, I sure do love my calcium. I can't completely redo the voice, but what I did was I simply added some reverb, and it sounds like there's an echo. So I sound like I was farther away. So let's keep going. I'm excited to see where this goes. All right. See you, NCR boy. It was great having you here. And I hope we get to talk about. Enjoy your sleeps, my man. Get the goodsies. Let's see if we can finish this. 2 more episodes, and then we get to talk about some more stuff.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kong. Murdering people is illegal.
And there I am again. It's a lot of characters now, so. Godzilla doesn't know how to get home. That is the stock footage. I just found the stock footage online on YouTube, and I just downloaded it. And that's it. There's me again.
With the new court case already in the works, we will find out, is this safe innocent, or will he be put
back behind bars? Actually, I don't know why I said back. Did King Kong go to jail before? Oh, yeah, I know. I saw you before, man. You're sick. Yeah. Ah, God. Jesus. Yeah, so, yeah. Did Kong go to jail before this? Let me know. Do you guys believe so? Because if so, maybe King Kong was the resurrected Harambe. I'm an idiot. Let's keep going.
tomorrow at 9?
Also, Moth returns to get her calcium. Yeah, this is super long and awkward. It's the most awkward thing with animating because you're like, is she coming yet? Okay, here she comes. I think so. Who's ready to see how this all comes together in the end? Because I am super stoked with this. So let's go. Let's do this. And I confirm in this universe that Zilla is canon. He is Godzilla's American cousin. And also same royalty free music. I found a bundle pack. Godzilla's like, I'll get you fish. Am I that shallow? I'll put your show on Netflix. Okay, man. Because we all know that Netflix money is big. That's some big stuff. So, yeah. So, this is a very slow burn yet fast episode because the build up to court scene is slow. But then when we get into the court, it's fast paced, which I don't like. But I couldn't really find a way to write a court drama with Kaiju. I know, such an easy task. Also, something I forgot to mention is that in the original episodes, Godzilla and Kong spoke with the exact same colored words. Both of their text was black, and that was what they usually spoke with. And I realized you can't really tell the difference. Ooh, yeah, I think I might check Footage Crate. Yeah, I think I'll check that out because you know, I want to try some more stuff in these videos because I now know how to use a green screen. Turns out you just need to know how to use a chroma key here, apparently. Speech and Kong having the now black one because of his color. When he originally has purple, and you'll see in the latest in the finale part 2 what he has now. that meme, and then I would have been very popular. Well, I still made memes about it. But... And then we get more confirmation of different characters in this universe. We have Gamera and Kiryu, who are confirmed in this universe in that little throwaway line, but you're a big Gamera fan. I have all the movies on the DVD collection. I'll show you guys that after we're done with this, because I can't wait to do that. It's him. It's Zilla. And in this universe, he's a terrible lawyer. Yeah, don't worry. We're almost done. And now he's going to jail. My. And the Predator is now working as a court judge. How he's risen up in the world. I don't know where I got this music from. It just doesn't really work with the scene, but I like it. It's catchy. And more good writing that I'm impressed with. Where I literally had the Predator say to their face, "You better have a good lawyer," and Zilla responds with, "I'm decent," which is my thoughts on the movie. It's not a great Godzilla movie, but it's a decent movie. It's overhated in my opinion. And you might be wondering, why can't they lie in court? Because of this. They'll die. You die if you lie in court in this universe. Where even is this music? And now we enter the final one. With them in court. And yes, there's a typo in this scene. I put Sam instead of Saw, but it doesn't ruin the scene. There was no, like, they just lost. The villains, the heroes lost, and now Kong's arrested. Godzilla's now alone. And there was going to be a lot of, this episode had a lot of cut stuff from it. There was going to be a scene where he's just like talking to Moth, homeless, and that was going to be the scene. But I guess I couldn't really figure out a way to do it. So I was just like, I'll just have Godzilla just do his normal job and then move on. Because, you know, couldn't really find a way to write it. And this action music is one of my defaults. And yes, Zilla was not paid. Is this legal? Yes. This one had a lot of camera shift, and I don't think it was that bad. And also, this shows off that Godzilla can grow, along with all the other kaiju. This fight scene, I think we can just kind of skip through this. And yes, you can see the build up, and I brought back until the big O explosion, and I'm so happy I did, because it was cool build up for a terrible payoff. But basically, this was originally going to have a really cool thing with, like, I thought the plastic was thicker than that. So what ends up happening is that you just have this little, like, beam coming out of Godzilla's mouth, which is really disappointing, I have to say. I'm very disappointed in that. But I'm happy I was able to bring it back, and I even kind of overcompensated with a lens flare. And Godzilla takes him out effortlessly. Showing that he still has his job and he's going to be fine, except he doesn't get paid. And now Kong's in prison, in jail, which is more than. And I'm super happy with how this scene turns out. the red, and the introduction of a new Gigan. That's right. He's back. He's bigger and he's deadlier. And you get a full transmission, and you get a full. And also, he has a new roar, which is a lot more intimidating, and it's a custom monster roar from this guy who made his own version of the destroyer roar. So here it is. So I decided to go a bit more in crazy with this one with like a previously on Kaiju Roommates. Except it's just a random collection of clips from the old one that is just out of context. Still my favorite clip from that episode. And now we're here. This is it. This is what this entire thing was building up to, the finale. Because I had a deadline. I worked sometimes until 10 because I had to get those big O scenes done, and I was able to. And now we have and this one I really pushed the lighting because I got some new lights for Christmas, and I was able to make this stuff. And also reestablishing what good old boy Godzilla can just go and vibe. He falls asleep. He doesn't want to, but he accidentally does. He's like, I animated this all today, and I posted this today. This took forever. This one I decided to turn somewhat not into one was that Godzilla wakes up. What? Oh, on the final one. Oh, hey dude, how's it going? So, the finale has Godzilla accidentally hit the helmet of the Predator alien, and it makes. And now we see Gigan, except he's always been fully evil. How does it feel to be so? I actually took some inspiration from the series Super Mario Bros. Z from this, where Gigan is like Super Metal Sonic, where it's all like, oh, I'm the weak villain. Now I'm so strong, I can take you down with like myself. He just utterly just devastates Godzilla and Kong in this way. And also, meme, of course. Thing, and then the big bad guy shows up. Is going to kill them. And after saying this, that sound effect is a Donald Duck inhaling, I guess. I don't know where that came from. I just found it online. I was like, I need a big O inhaling thing, so I chose it. And somebody pointed it out. Yes, I know it sounds weird. It's inhaling inflating. And now the fight being seen begins. And we get to see Godzilla's armor tip as Gigan insults Godzilla's father. Who was Godzilla's father? I don't know. Another Godzilla? Where he's all like, you're the son of a false idol. And we see Godzilla get angry. And then he attacks for reals. And you see him clench his fist and he charges at him, which is cool. And also, it's effortless as Gigan just defeats him. He just clicks, clacks, and there goes Godzilla into the wall, never to be seen again. Godzilla's gone. He's down. And now Kong realizes, oh crap, if Godzilla the tank guy is down, I gotta hide. And so he does. He hides. And we see him basically like reassess himself. And he's all like, I gotta get electricity. Because electricity gives Kong a major power boost that he needs. Because he can't just defeat him as a simple. So he checks, and oh my god, Gigan just effortlessly threw this massive pillar. I'm dead. It's like, I have to find some electricity. And then he gets blown away because Gigan found him. And then we have a good line, I think. Oh no, 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 don't do that now. And Kong just gets wrecked, and then Guy again shows up. He's ready to kill him. And then we have the line, "I'll crush you like a bug," and he starts to grow. And then Godzilla gets back up, ready to fight. And this is one of my favorite scenes because it uses this piece of music I absolutely adore. And it's the most next one. Wait for it. Because when it starts, it's so hype. There it is. This is my favorite song. This is the most hype thing ever. This is one of my favorite songs. I can't say that enough. Round 2. There they go. And Godzilla is able to now just kind of throw Gigan around, but you know, Gigan's a tank, so he's able to take it. I know the hype is part of the song, and we're focused on Kong turning into his giant form. I know, but definitely does a good job of showing the scale. They do what they did in Iron Man 2. Okay, before we get into this, the whole ending was basically rewrote. It was going to have a much longer fight scene, but if not better. Because it just shows that when the god and the king work together, they're unstoppable. And it was originally going to have them be like, "Oh, we can't beat Gigan. We have to combine my laser beam and your lightning beam together and just poof him." But I'm happy that we just had this moment of silent agreement where they're just like, "Yeah, screw this guy. Let's just bomb." And then they do that. But then my comedy comes back in, and I feel like I kind of ruined the moment. But you know what? It's fine. It works with the series. It's very tongue-in-cheek. It's the classic friendship can defeat anyone, and I was like, perfect to just, okay, that's the end of the stuff. Let's get back to stuff. I had a deadline, okay, and I did. But you know what? It's over. I can just chill out for 2 days, and I'm working on a Spiral Behind the Scenes Q&A video. And there they are. I guess we're homeless now, setting up season 2. And there we go. We finish off on Godzilla's iconic catchphrase. What a shame. And that is the end of Kaiju Roommates Season 1. It's one of my favorite things I made. I'm happy I made it. I'm happy I was able to share it with you with the crazy behind the scenes stuff. So let's talk about series. Not a lot, actually. It was the more relaxing part of this. The hardest thing to definitely say was the finale, but that was because of a deadline. But I'm fine with the deadline. It was fun to put me into a new situation, and it had me start using the storyboards. So I'm going to start using those a lot more now. Where do I see the series going? I see it going into a new situation and just like continuing on from this story from season 1 and season 2. When we get into season 2, we're going to see them finally finish up this story. But then season 3, I want to try to tell a whole new story. But for now, I just want to finish off what this season is set up. How do you feel about this being your first series? I feel proud that I was able to take these stupid little one-off video and turn it into a brand new series. Now all I have to do is just make an intro, and I think I would make this one, and I think I would say this is one of the best things I've created. What was your favorite part of filming or your favorite episode? I'll answer both of those. My favorite part of filming is definitely making those stupid frames and posting them everywhere. And I think my favorite episode has to be Milk. No, Out of Milk. Yeah, Milk Run, because it was just voting for Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla all the way. He's my favorite monster. That and lizard can slap while monkey only punch. So, what's my theory for Godzilla versus Kong? That's what some people want to know. What do I think? Well, I have two theories. One is Godzilla beats Kong, but then Mechagodzilla shows up, and Godzilla and Kong are like, "Yeah, let's work together." Another one is one I can definitely see being a bit more canon, which is that and Kong will become a King Kong because he's only Kong, and he'll become King Kong, King of the Monsters, King Kong. So those are the two theories. I make some like stuff up of it. I was able to make the memes. So yeah, that was this live stream. A fun little Q&A and a fun little breakdown of Kaiju Roommates season 1. When will season 2 come out? Next month. Or maybe, because I think it's good that I take a break from this and just like make the big O story feel like, so this is how I want everything to plan out. So I don't do anything stupid. So yeah, that was this live stream. It was a mess to get started, but it went pretty smooth. So thank you guys for coming, and thanks to the people who did come and kept the chat alive. And Javier, it's great to see you again, man. I hope that we at least text a lot more, you know. So yeah, that was Kaiju Roommate season 1. It's a fan favorite. See you guys next video. It's going to be a Spyro Sparks behind the scenes and Q&A. So that means all the Spyro fans who asked their own little questions, I'm going to answer those next. Bye. Yes. Did it. It's over.